Alrighty, welcome back. We're on our Wednesday live stream vibe check. In case you're new here, thanks for joining. My name is Chase. I've been in crypto since 2017. I'm a level 1 CMT. I do this on a daily basis, all day. So my goal is to help you avoid all the pitfalls that come with crypto, avoid all the mistakes that I've made in the past 7 years, and try to not be the dumb money a little bit better each time, each cycle. So here we are. We're doing these every Wednesday around these times. So join us. If you can't make this one, if you're watching this back later, maybe you can make the next week. Right? We'll be here every Wednesday between now until the end of the cycle, which I think is still a ways away. And having said that, welcome in everybody. Thanks for the comments. Appreciate y'all being here. We're looking at Bitcoin's entirety cycle here, entire life, right? On the monthly chart. These are monthly candles, a simple chart. Why are we looking at this? I'm glad you asked. I had a comment in our private Telegram group that said, Chase, is it possible that we're going to be due for a correction soon? I feel like the FOMO's too big right now. And that's a good question. Maybe you're feeling that same way. Based on historic moves, that is unlikely. No matter how crazy it gets. Phase 3, that's where we're in. Phase 1 gets you out of the bear market into the new bull, which most people in phase 1 don't even realize it's even a bull market. Maybe you remember that from early 2023. Few people even thought we were in a bull market, right? Then you consolidate for months, right? Like we did. Let's go look at this, right? Phase 1 is here. Then you consolidate. Phase 2 starts. That gets you to new all-time highs. This is every cycle, right? This is not new this cycle. This is phase 2. Then you consolidate for a bit. We did it for a long time here. And then the final phase, phase 3, which is underway. Very likely, right? It's underway. Phase 3, historically speaking, does not give you much of a chance at a so-called correction. New all-time highs. How much did we get in phase 3? Maybe you get some volatility here and there, but your low wicks are almost non-existent. So where you start, maybe you go down a little bit. That's about it. And you don't have to just take the last cycle. Let's go to the previous cycle. How much did you get here? You going to think you're going to time these wicks? They're very short-lived. You could like expand this on the weekly. So to answer the question of are we going to get a correction? If we did, it's unlikely for at least several more weeks, if not a few more months. And if it is coming, right, it's going to be very short-lived, historically speaking. We can even go back further, right? Phase 3. This is phase 3 again. Like that was okay. The volatility was a little bit more wild with a $200 Bitcoin, right? Not likely going to see this much volatility with as much money that it's here now, but phase 3 is often just up-only mode, whether you like it or not. And no matter how much the FOMO is, it's not phase 1. It's not phase 2. Phase 3 seems to neglect all common sense, if you will. So the higher probability to me is continuation up based on Bitcoin's entire history. Volatility, minimal. Like, could we go down to 90K? Yeah, that would look like a blip. Right? It would look like nothing, right? It's like maybe that wick, right? A low of 17K, a high of 30K. So it's almost like a 2x month right there. Not much. You've got to be leaning up here. Don't fade anything, right? Don't try to get cute with your alts and think you're going to, I'm going to sell here and buy back lower. Very dangerous game. You're playing with fire. Been there, done that. The best bet now, in my opinion, you can do what you want. In my opinion, what I tell our Telegram group is do not switch boats. This is the dangerous play at this point. You must have all your boats in order. And like even the buys are like kind of fading rapidly here. You need to be situated, hold tight, and not overthink this. Like dumb it down. Just wait. Wait for the profits to go. Don't like your coins aren't moving. I'm going to get in something else. This coin already moved. I'm going to jump ship, get in something else. Super dangerous, super risky at this stage. Don't fumble the ball. All right. So the correction, that's probably the improper word. Minimal volatility is probably the word. Because look at phase 3. It just does not fade. And if it does fade, right, it's usually from the top. Like, it's still usually a pretty green candle. If you're expecting a red candle in phase 3, not likely, right? I mean, there's just not many. Going back historically in every cycle, when you have 1 here, 0 the last time, 0 phase 3 here, 1 there out of like 78 candles. None there, really. I mean, you could argue that, but again, like, we're much different times than a $200 Bitcoin. I think we can all agree on that. But hopefully my point is coming across here, that if you're expecting to buy down lower and going to sell, like, that's a dangerous play. And you're playing not only with fire, but you have gasoline in your backpack and your right hand, your left hand. Like, just be careful here. All right, so let's get our back to normal charts here. Hopefully I've spread that, my opinion on that at least. Bitcoin dominance is likely topped, if you haven't been aware of that, right? We talk about this all the time as well. If you want to join our Telegram alerts group, you can find that through Patreon and join there. And, we'll keep you alerted on everything in the game. Here's where alt season really starts, in my opinion. And this is not this. I've been drawing this in the past day or two. This has been like this for, since we've been back in this area. Like months, over or 6 months, we've had these zones drawn. I haven't touched this. We looked at the top here. We got it. A bearish engulfing candle, outside bearish bar, follow through here. The top is in for Bitcoin dominance, which is, what you want to see going into phase 3. And if it doesn't seem like your alt's moving yet, it's not alt season yet. It's just, it's maybe starting, but alt season's like knee deep, right? Altcoins have to outperform Bitcoin for like 90 days. Like, that's kind of the definitive definition of it. So just have a little more patience and don't give up on your coin if they haven't moved yet, unless you're in like, Litecoin or some ancient dinosaur that's not moving, or red chart. Like, we kind of grade all of our coins here. So blue charts are the best. Green charts are really great. Like, still A grade. Blue charts are just like A plus, above and beyond. They're at all-time highs and, just up only. Not very many of those. Green charts, orange charts is a majority of crypto, and they're probably starting to turn green. We could probably update these. Now, red charts are pretty bad, but they could probably start to, like, curve might be able to go to orange now, right, with a 30% daily move. We'll have to kind of reevaluate these, but then, red and pink charts are really bad. Not likely going to do well. So we stay on top of all that, try it as much on a weekly basis, kind of update that. So that's kind of my spiel on kind of what's going on right now. Tether dominance, right? It might get a little bit of a bounce here, right? We're at the monthly low from our March, crypto high, right? When we bounce, we just went into this bear flag, played out, down here again, right back at a double retest of a swing low. If it bounces here, so be it. I think it's going to be short-lived. The play out of this, the target, is down in this box, and I think this will be crypto cycle high once we get down here. So if we see tether dominance anywhere under 3%, probably the end is near. Like, whether you think so or not, if you're up 2x or 20x, once we get down here, it's probably it. This becomes a little bit more evident on the weekly chart. This is the monthly, but you can see the 100-month EMA. Might want to pay attention if we get down that area. But I still think we have some time to go here. So we'll keep our updates on that with our weekly streams. And, if you want to follow more closely, again, Telegram. All right, let me get to some requests. All right, I want to do like one request per person until we get through all of these. Just so we're not here for you, so you don't type in 78 coins. So I'll just type in your first request if you've asked for more than one. Until, I don't want to run out of time doing one person's request, if that makes sense. So we got a green chart. Let's go look and see if we can upgrade it or downgrade it. This is probably a borderline blue chart, actually, now. At range highs. And look at this, is like something epic. Like, this is a monthly chart. like we're at the boiling point here, right? We're on the verge of explosion. Very, very likely. Especially like look at the monthly hold of the 21 EMA. We're gonna upgrade this to blue right now because this has got green lights written all over it, or should we say blue lights? Look at so the monthly looks even better than the weekly, which is definitely what you want. Just if we could close this week above the 786 here, right? We could get some more lift off. But look how many. You always want to keep context of like the move, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've had 5 green weeks. We could get more, but maybe we go up like near the, I don't know, range highs. Maybe we put this as a zone. So if we go up here, maybe we do a little bit of consolidating, right? We hit up a little bit higher, $8, something like that. And then we kind of throw back to this EMA 8, which will probably be around 7. And then we'd probably make a bigger move. Or, right, or if it gets ultra bullish right now, which it looked like on the monthly, you'd be looking for a breakout to like new highs and then a throwback to this zone. A throwback is just a bullish retest. And then you'd be like at a trampoline here. It would go pretty hard, just like this, right? I don't think we're going to see like weeks of down anymore, but I would be looking for sure a retest of the EMA 8 if we get up here or this zone. So one of those two. So it would look like that if it gets really bullish, or like that, which is still bullish, but if if Bitcoin wants to take a little bit of a break, but like we started out, like it's going to be pretty minimal. So that looks great. The 1618 extension is $17, and then you have the 2618 at 50. So we're looking at 2x up there, and 6-7x up to $50. Still possible. Look at the market cap though. Make sure that's still in play. Swing from our low. Yeah, I mean, seemingly it could still do this relatively easily, I would think. So $50 still in play based on the market cap and the overall moves here. Pretty exciting. All right. Vector request tau. Another green chart. So good. I like all the people requesting good charts, right? That's what you want to be in. Let me know if the stream looks a little sketchy. I keep getting alerts on YouTube that says it's not smooth streaming, so let me know. All right, tau. Let me get this up here. Forget to drag this up. Up 8% on the day. Looks very similar to what we just looked at, doesn't it? So this is obviously the last time I looked at this. Like we were probably looking at the double resistance. It broke through. Throw back to the 21 EMA. Bullish. That was your kind of final chance to be buying in at as far as the best price. And now you're at range highs, looking to break out again. So you're waiting for the confirmation of a breakout. Anything above that closing price, 688, close above that, and price discovery is going to be fun. This has got bull written all over it. Everything's looking good. Everything is looking like green light so far, and coincidentally, green charts. You could probably find some red charts that don't look this good. Some red charts and pink charts are not even like up on the entire bull run, if you can believe that. So you have coins like this that have like just melted faces off, and you have coins not even up 1%, right? In fact, down. So we're up over 24x from the lows in May. Pretty impressive. So if you're wanting to see the Fibonacci extension levels, let's go to really that swing high, but that's a little sketchy, right? That was kind of a wild volatility. Let's go from this one. Can we get up here? That's another good bit of ways. It's another 3x. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. Let's see what the overall move would be. Right? You generally want these under about 20,000. And is it there? Yeah. That'd be like a 70x for an overall cycle. That's within the wheelhouse. Anything up here is a little sketchy. I don't doubt it. But if you bought anywhere down in here, I mean, how is 2,000 not a pretty great return? So I like that 1618. I'd pay attention to that. All right. Link. Let's go check a look at our boy Chainlink. $25 almost, up 3%. Nice breakout, right? This is what we want. I've put a couple link videos out this week. If you haven't seen, you can go check those out. But I still wouldn't doubt if we kind of hesitate around here for a little bit, because we have, our range highs here are 618, and $20 historically for Chainlink has been kind of a thorn in the side, right? So we'll see if we can punch through this week, get above the macro 618 and above the range highs. That's a real good sign. So we're looking to close. I mean, if we can get above 23, that would be great. Looking for a weekly close above 23 for Link. Next target, the macro 786 at over $31. Then you can see our short-term 618 at 43. All-time highs. We'll see how it goes. Looks really good, though. Still looks excellent. Okay, and then you have our 2618 at 123. You have our macro 618. I don't think Link's going to make it much past this. This would be like best case scenario if it takes off and continues higher. Triple digits. Could it still do another 4x? Why not? Yeah, I mean, the market cap allows for that. Yeah, I would probably be more shocked if it doesn't hit $100 this cycle, right? We were talking about that last cycle, but this time, like, I feel like it's just getting started here. So we'll see how it goes when alt season truly starts, when Bitcoin dominance gets under like 54. Let's see if Link is, knocking on the door of 30, if not 40. But there's your fib extensions. I mean, the setups look great. Look at the moving averages. But a lot of these coins could find a little short term, especially if Bitcoin wants to go to like 90K any given day or week. Maybe you see some altcoins kind of throw back to their local highs. This is all coins included, right? Not just Chainlink. So watch for that. And if it does, I would expect kind of their local highs to be holding. Worst case scenarios, like we go back to the 786 for Link. We shouldn't really be doing much under that, right? I think I talked about that in our last Link YouTube video. So that's kind of the cap on that. Okay, let's move right along. AIOZ. Blue chart. Drink. Bitcoin cup. A little bit of water there. Go through like 2 of those a day. Okay. Back on track. We're AIOZ. Let's pull it up here. A lot of green today. Okay. Similar. I mean, are we looking at similar charts or what? Like, we're at highs after a breakout confirmation of 50% move last week. Spectacular chart. I think this is probably up a little bit more than most. It's already done, 100x this cycle. 225. Could we still double again? We look at the market cap on this. I'm not familiar with every market cap, so check it out. But that's another 2x away. The macro 1618 is at 350. That's a 3x away. Maybe we can get up there. 2618 is way the hell higher. My only problem with that is I think it's a little out of the wheelhouse from the cycle lows. It's 70,000%. That's unheard of, really. Like, not many coins in history have done that kind of move in one cycle. Much more in the wheelhouse here. Just my opinion on that. But I think this zone is going to be probably a top for here, for this coin, just based on, I assume the market cap's pretty damn high on this. So go check that and do a market cap double check at 740. Could it possibly get up there? That's probably knocking on 100 billion market cap, if not more, I would think. But let's shoot for like 225 to 350. I think that's a pretty good target, given the fact that this was at a damn penny at the last October. You've already made a pretty decent chunk. If you're just buying in now, hoping for a 10x or a 25x, is someone selling you that dream? Yeah, nah. Reality check here. But this is still great. It's still like a, what did I say? It's still 30,000% return. What are we talking about here? On a one cycle? Not that most people bought here. I think a good chunk probably bought here, but I think majority of people in this one probably got in, probably after March, right in this area. I would say majority of people probably bought between 50 to 90 cents. So could we get up to 350 still? Yeah, but that's still a big ask. So there's my AIOZ request. All right, let's keep it rolling here. Again, appreciate y'all being here. We're doing these every Wednesday. Theta. All right, Theta's at $3. Orange chart, probably still orange, even though it's at, range highs. It's not much off of the 200 week. All right, we're still only about 70% above the 200 week. That's not great, and we still haven't overtaken like the bear cycle lows, right, when we started, or I guess the bull cycle, you call the bear cycle highs if you like. All right, we're still not beyond that. So this is why it's orange. So we're going to have to get above here to be a green chart. Right, this, those are just my opinions for the green charts and all that, but so here's the, coincidentally, the 618 is right there. Look at that zone. Support and resistance is also the 618. So we've got to blast through 435 to really get a grip on the momentum. If we come up here, right, I would probably expect some resistance, maybe something along the, like, if we continue up, right, we'd probably be looking at, we'd want to kind of build off of that, right? That would be kind of what you'd want to do, and I would kind of expect this. So if we come up here in the next week or two, you can expect somewhat of a cool down. I'm not saying these prices are exact, but something like this. Or like we looked at on the first coin, like if you break through here, right, if you break up to like $6, then you're probably going to retest this zone again, throw back, and then, maybe then we can, build off of that. So Fibonacci extensions, could we still get up this high? We'll see what it's done this cycle. In March, yeah, that's a pretty good move. But 2023, we're still only up, 4x from the start of the cycle, roughly, right? So do you think we can, if we've done 4x the first two phases, the last phase, are we really going to do a 35x? That's just how I look at it. Like, if you didn't do much here, why are you just going to suddenly come to life? Probably not. So the 1618, it'd be a little bit skeptical. I think a lot of coins will probably do some kind of local double top, something in this area. Could it still get to 15? Yeah, I think it should probably get to that. That's still 5x, right? Even from here. So if you bought down here at $1, right, that's still 15x. That's pretty decent. Like, where are you going to get that at? You're not getting that at any bank. But if you're trying to expect, $100 plus, I don't see it in this chart, right? This is not coming again, right? If you're expecting that, there's not anything you did last cycle. If you're still in coins from last cycle expecting those kind of moves again, they're not coming. Like, I can't put it that more bluntly. Like, we're not going to see a 2021 mania phase. All right, that's Theta for you, or at least my opinion on it. Turbo. I think I heard that Turbo is one of the meme coins going to be listed on Coinbase soon. If that's accurate. Here it is. Turbo and Giga. I think someone in our group put that. Appreciate that. Okay, so where are we looking at here? Turbo. Structurally, it's doing, perfect. Breakout to new highs, throwing back to previous breakout levels, holding on the EMA 21. I mean, this is like textbook chart, and even though it's a meme coin, it's like proper structure, which is even better, right? It's in flag formation here, bull flag. Breakout. If we see a close above, like, if we could get above a penny, I mean, that's a confirmation of a bull flag, and this is probably going much higher. Looks good to me. Fibonacci. Not that I'm not a huge fan of Fibonacci on meme coins, because those are kind of just pandemonium FOMO kind of disrespects any kind of fib, right? They don't really tend to make sense. So I don't really agree with using fibs on too many memes unless they've been around. Like maybe on Shiba or Doge, you could do this a little bit more accurately, but I wouldn't put too much weight into this or any weight. But there they are, just in case you were wondering. At least this local move. All right, let's move along. Ruh-roh. All right, we got someone in the chat with a vibe check. Uncle's 75 years old, called and asking about Bitcoin because his grandson told him he needs to buy some. Yep, we're definitely in phase 3. Yep. That only happens in phase 3, so we're here. Does that mark the sign of a local top? Maybe, maybe not, because like who doesn't know about Bitcoin at this point, right? This in 2021, not everyone even knew about it yet, let alone invested in it. Now I think everyone's at least looked at it or knows about Coinbase, potentially has some Bitcoin. And who doesn't know about Bitcoin at this point? So I think we're in a slightly different, mindset this time. Not like just now. If everyone is texting you, or you have people reaching out, your neighbors that are, your neighbor's a school teacher or a plumber or something, and they're asking for the first time ever, right? That's what you want to be looking out for sure. But if younger people are recommending to older people get some Bitcoin, it's a sign, but not like a huge warning to me, if that makes sense. All right, Vchain, we can move on. I don't think Vchain is one of the strongest charts, but it was, it obviously did spectacular last cycle. It's doing good right now, isn't it? Over the past couple of weeks. Orange chart, still the same boat as kind of Theta, right? It just looks very similar to what we just looked at. Got to clear the 618 and the 1618. That's going to be a significant breakout level, I would suspect. Like it's, and look kind of where we are now. So zoomed in here. If we could come up a little bit higher, look at range highs from the bear market. Can't make this stuff up. So nice move. But I think maybe in the in the next few weeks we might have some consolidation on some alts before like a pure alt season starts, a full blown alt season. Maybe Bitcoin goes back up or drops and Bitcoin dominance bounces. We could certainly see that, and then alts kind of halt around significant range highs or significant Fibonacci levels like we're seeing here. And then, we continue. So if we move down, we don't want to see it go back below, 5 cents here. We can make this our low zone target. So if you go back below here, this would be kind of a warning, because that's, we're up 4x in 3 weeks. So if we go up higher, right, similar vibes of what we talked about on other thing else, right? If we come back down, like worst case here, right, I doubt it, right? That's not usually going to give back, but you can see the 0.5 out here. Maybe, or just, run into the EMA 8 somewhere out here and then kind of flip this and then go again, right? Maybe do something like that. Fibonacci extensions, the 1618, the 2618. This will be, so we got a significant level here at, just shy of 10 cents. And then, you got your range highs, 2618 and 1, right? 20 cents to 30 cents. And then you're in price discovery there. Then you got the 3618, 423, and the macro 1618. Could we get up there? From current prices, that's probably a little too much to ask to do another 38x from here. Not out of the wheelhouse, but 3x to range highs, to all-time highs. Then maybe we shoot for these first. We'll have to revisit this and see how these are all doing in a week, next week, couple weeks. All right, request for render. It's up here somewhere. All right, render, still green chart. To be blue chart, right, you got to be at all-time highs or near it. So we're waiting to turn render back blue at, $14 or so. Range high zone at the 786, just above $10. We got to get above 10. I like the W pattern here, right? These tend to work out pretty well, right? If we can continue up higher. Now it doesn't have to necessarily go straight line, right? Something like that would be good, or even a mirror image of this, right? Okay. We're looking at that to build off of that. The 1618 here is $33. Then you have your macro 1618 at, can't even read my own numbers there. Was that $50? 48. That's a pretty big zone. I think that's probably a good area to probably start taking profits. I could see it probably hitting up there. But you want to have all this kind of in the back of your mind, like, where are we in the cycle? If it's July and, Bitcoin's at 150K and, a lot of these altcoins are at their, macro 1618s, like, common sense there, right? Also, tether dominance, is that at 3% or 2%, right? Common sense, all this stuff together tells a story. It's not just the one thing. You don't want to be selling at a certain price point. Say, I'm not selling render till $30, like, or $40 or whatever it is, right? Get those price targets out of your head. That's not going to work, right? That's how you get dumped on. Wait for zones. Wait for, all the stuff I just said, right? All the stuff telling a story, all your indicators, a lot of good stuff. That's kind of what we focus on in our Telegram kind of group there. Okay, so that's render, high-low targets. I mean, what's not to like so far? It just breached the 618 here, right? If we move lower, we're looking to hold like around the $7 mark, give or take a little bit, and then, continue on our merry way. All right, welcome in, everybody. We have 50 people here. This might be a record. I don't think I've ever had 52 at the same time. So appreciate y'all joining. Juiced, I know you will be here with your Swift coin request. Swifts have a good couple of days. So we're looking. It's just blasted through the local highs here. Look at Swift coin. Holy hell! This is this week. It's up 100% as of now. It was up much more than that. But yeah, we're at price discovery mode. So, I mean, nobody knows anything, right? How high could it go? Well, here's our 1618 at 2 cents. I mean, just a couple weeks ago, right? Now we're looking at like a 6x in potentially 2 weeks. It's pretty wild. It just refused to keep waiting here. Last week, it got its feelers out at the 618 and it just went batshit crazy. So if we move down, we definitely want to hold the breakout area. So we're looking at, that 64 to 6,800 area from the top, right? Not likely. This is a pretty strong move. It's still that'd be 50% down from the top and 30% from current prices. I don't imagine that does that, right? Usually these strong breakouts continue. Let's look at the Bollinger Bands. They're pretty damn spread apart, right? Those are power moves. That's a power move there. Gaussian channel, breaking out of the Gaussian on the weekly with authority. All good signs here. As long as we can close this week above the 7,000 mark there, like, all bets are off. That's the only focus really I would be worrying about, the 7,000 mark. He closed above that this week, and how do you not get real excited? I don't know. Right, that's pretty good. So that's what I can look at right now. Here's your 2618, 3618. How high could this go? I sure as hell if I know. Right, there's a 124% move. There's a 8x right over 8.5x, 32x. I think the market cap's low enough. Sky's the limit. I don't know. What's the market cap on those? Go do the maths. Looks like it's just getting started. As exciting as that might be. 35% up again today. Kudos on that one. Okay, Captain Chris says people are talking about crypto at work. Is that a normal thing, or do you work at like a place that shouldn't be knowing about crypto? Do you work at like a children's education museum, right? That would be a red flag. But if you work in like a finance industry, okay. So if everyone's talking about your crypto at work, we got to have some context on that background there. Sandbox request. Let's get to that. All right, at $1, let's look at it from the weekly. This is still, I put this in an orange. Like you're just at the 200. I mean, a couple weeks ago, this was a red coin for sure. The start of this bull run, we are up 176%, 160%, right? It's nothing to write home about, and you're still in your 200 week. Your bear market highs, you're still under that, right? So this is, in my opinion, this is one that's a little bit weaker, right? I mean, that's not even my opinion. Like, look at the chart, right? There's many charts much stronger than this, but it's trying. So let's give it a couple weeks to see if it can kind of break through here. If next week we're talking and it's above $1.40, then we can maybe reconsider. But as of now, that's what I would be looking at. Let's look at our swing high-low for, let's see if we can get this accurate here. Okay, the macro. look at this target. Look at the 1618. I don't anticipate that happening. It's another 9. Yeah, probably not. But I think this one, if you're still on your 200 week, you'll have to look at your coins. I put you in the category, right? Non-biased, right? If you want non-biased opinions, this is the channel for that. I'd be looking at a lot of these coins that are around the 200 week. It's some kind of a double top for this cycle. Right? I know not a lot of people like to hear that, but that's my opinion, and we'll see if that comes true. So let's still get you another 7x. Can't be too upset with that from current prices. Just from like a few weeks ago, that would give you a 25x. How are you not excited about that? I don't know. 25x? That's pretty great, right? So if you're looking for $80, like, just, I don't anticipate that happening, right? You haven't, if you've only done a 2x, 3x this entire cycle, why do you think you're going to do another 80x higher, right? Or 70x higher, right? So just my opinion on that. Just look at the chart in front of you here. But yeah, that's sand, and a lot of coins, right? It's not just sand, like a lot of coins are here from last cycle that did spectacular. I mean, the best one from last cycle, like Matic did a 22,000% move in, like, the later stages of last cycle, and it's done nothing this cycle, right? All right, let's keep it rolling. We did Chainlink earlier, so you can go back and check that out. And then, or you can just wait till my next Chainlink YouTube video. I'll put more link videos out. We'll do do more YouTube stuff this week for sure. All right, let's keep it moving. I got a little bit longer, then I got to hop off. Gala. So it was my red chart. Let's see if it's doing better now. So it's still at its 100 week. Here's where we probably last left off. I guess we could probably start turning this a little bit more bullish. Upgrade it to like an orange. But the fact that you're still down here, right? You always want to look at like how well is it done so far from the start of this bull run. It's up 4x currently. You're just barely above your early cycle highs. You're still not above your bear market highs, and you're in this major zone. Look back at 2021. Swing lows, swing highs in the bear market, swing highs in March, resistance, resistance, resistance. We're still in resistance. We have to get over the 0.5 fib. That's where you can start to gain a lot of traction. You got to get over 10 cents before we can, start to get real hopeful here. But it looks like it's trying, right? A lot of coins are trying, right? We're up amazing in the past couple of weeks. But in my opinion, we got to go up a little bit more, right? We got to get up 10, 11 cents before we can get too happy. And then even just ahead at 17 cents, you got your 618, your swing low from the initial bear market drop. 35 cents. Yeah, you could argue there, but I mean, look how much work you got to do to get there. You got over 5x to do just to get above your 786. So just if you're wondering, the 1618 is $11, but just like the last coin we looked at, it's a pretty high hopes there. All right, Velo. I guess we talked about this once a long time ago. I used to just write these out before I started color coding them. So this is a B. It's probably a little bit better than that now, right? It looks like it's making some waves here. I like the structure here. I would probably put this, I don't know if I could put it in a green chart because you're still way the hell down. Right from your like highs, you're still down 98%. Not generally the best. You're still way under. Yeah, this is still a B chart. I mean, you're still 87% under your 200-week average. That needs some help, right? It's starting to hold the top of the Gaussian, but I mean, it could get stuck here, right? You're seeing the difference in a lot of these coins. Let's see, January. See how much is up here from the start of the year. Still up a decent amount. I don't have high hopes of this hitting previous all-time highs, but could we potentially hit like some kind of swing low? You know, maybe we look at that. That's still a hell of a move away. Could we still potentially do a 10x and, you know, revisit these lows? There's the 200 week. Maybe. 200 week is 8x away. All right. Tao, good job. Okay. Jasmy. Jasmy, green chart. See the difference in a lot of these coins? I mean, Jasmy's up 1,100% still from the start of the bull run. Okay, that's good. Green chart, good. We're still under our highs, but could we still potentially get up to the 1618? Sure. That would be a 3,100% move. 9,000% to the 2618. Still not the high, so check the market cap, but I would assume we could still go up another 6x. 3618, another 17x from here. Green chart, so it could, right? Look at the hold above the median Gaussian channel. Bollinger Band's opening wide. Next target, the 1618 here. Right, that makes sense. Look back left. Only green candle, right in that zone. There's our next target zone. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, in the next couple of weeks we get up there. Looking good so far. All right, keep it moving. Appreciate everyone being here. Go a little bit longer here. If I miss your coin, you feel free to request it again. Let's look up MAD if I have any history on it. Here's the weekly, a meme coin. Let's look at the daily. So meme coins are not generally the best to chart, and just like the Fibonacci's, they're not gonna really hold much weight with TA either. Well, you see the lower Bollinger Band really cinching up here. Don't really have a whole lot to go on here. A couple months of, I can't even do like, what are we gonna do? I can't even do a Fibonacci extension here. We're gonna look at that. I don't think fibs are even worth looking at. So let's look at another one. I tried, George. HNT. All right, above the Gaussian channel, looking good. Above all the moving averages. Let's move that. Been pretty flat though, right? It's still in consolidating mode. It's trying to go here. So I like that. It looks like probably the best moves are still ahead of it for sure. So we're still in our kind of resistance zone here, right? We've been here from a year now. You're still here. So I would expect the bigger moves just ahead, right? The Bollinger Band's pinching up here, and it could take a couple more weeks, maybe even January. But I think when it goes, it'll probably have a pretty explosive move based on this setup here. There's a nice 6x move. Let's see what the Fibonacci looks like on here from the short term. $25 next target. That's pretty good, right? For the first target, that gets you to range highs as well. So that's a 3x away, right? Your opening prices here are at the 618. That's 25 is probably going to be pretty big level. Then can we do another 4x to get to the 2618? Probably. Current prices, that's 11, 12x. That's still pretty great. I would probably put this back to a green chart. That's pretty good. So I'll upgrade that one. Oh God. We got scam comments in the chat. We know it's a bull market when that happens. Okay. Still scrolling through here. Trying to read through all the spam comments. So I had to jump around here. If I missed your Jesus. I'm gonna have to probably put the chat or the new streams back on last cycle. I had to have it on subscribers only. Even though I think that kills the views a little bit, it at least keeps out the spam. Might have to go back to that. I mean, Jesus, we're getting every 100 comments of spam. I can't even see the comments anymore. I might have to try that. So if you haven't subscribed and you want to see these, I might have that on for next time. Holy hell. Okay, Synapse. Finally, I finally found a human comment again. All right, knocking on the door of $1. Finally waking up. Holy hell! Thank God. We were talking about this in our Telegram group a couple weeks ago. I was ready to write this thing off. It's like if it goes back under 40 cents, we just got to bail, right? Because this is not going to do anything. I had high hopes for this, back in here, and then it faded. I was like, we're still good, and then we got some of this, and I'm like, holy sh! It's never going anywhere. And now we're finally back. So we're above the 618 now. 91 cents. This is what we need. And I would look for a massive breakout of this if and when we could ever flip this damn zone. $2. Right? We're looking for 2. Right? See these lows here? I mean, hasn't even done a move. Long ass consolidation. And the market cap's generally low. I mean, we got 5x to just get to all-time highs. And then we have, just a little bit more to that. Let's see if we can get to the 2618. That's still another 5,000% move. The market cap allows for it. It's really low market cap. But we'll have to see. Once alt season really starts, once Bitcoin dominance is under, what did I say, 54%? We're close. Once alt season's in full mode, this better be around $2. If we could do that, then we could still have a chance of something special here. If not, if we hit our head here and go back down, then it's just, the cool firework at 4th of July that you light and just doesn't excite, or it doesn't do anything. But still have high hopes on this one. Could be spectacular. Could not. Green charts, probably should put this back to green, but I'm still leave it cautionary until we close here. High hopes for Synapse though. All right. ASI and Fetch. Good request. I haven't heard much about it lately. Right, it's not doing much lately, right? I think it still will. I'm just I don't know what the merger did to it, right? Did that help it or hurt it? So far, it doesn't seem like it's certainly not helped. I don't know if it's hurt it, but you know, we got the 1618 here on the macro and the micro, right? Over here and here. 830 to 930. It's a pretty significant level. And, you know, from the lows at 5 cents, like that's pretty impressive, right? That might be all it does. $10. If we can knock on the door double digits, you can't be too disappointed, because I know you didn't buy down here, very likely. But the whole move, I mean, it's done very impressive. So if it already, right, from, you know, bear market lows to just March highs, it was almost a 7,000% move. Most people probably bought Fetch above $1. I would highly anticipate that, or maybe even $2 or $3. But even from the lows from August, the summer lows, that's still, you can still make a 13x just to this zone. I'd be surprised if it goes to 50 at this stage, because it's kind of stuck right now. If it wakes up and does another one of these moves here in the next handful of weeks or a month or so, and let's say in January we're up here, okay, then I think where there's a case to be made, we can still go much higher. But if we're still like battling $3 or less in January, February, then I think this becomes a much more clear zone. So we'll have to keep our eye on it. Don't be too judgmental on your coins yet. If Bitcoin dominance is 54, 53%, you're going to see a lot of altcoins moving. You better be moving at that point, or you definitely could be stuck in the mud. So we've ridden this whole damn storm for like a year, right? Or longer, really, right? We've been around for a long time. We went through the whole bear market. Don't lose, you know, sight of the big picture in the next couple of weeks. Or don't do something stupid in the next couple of weeks or months where you think it's not going, so you get into something else right as it's stopping, and your coin that you just left is going to get going, right? Those are dangerous games, like we talked about in the beginning of this video. Go watch the beginning of this stream if you need a reality check here on what to do and not do, and how to mess things up quickly. All right. Okay, let's go to Solana. Solana blue chart. One of the blue chips, honestly. Like, it's becoming fantastic. Like, I put it up there with Ethereum almost, right? Really, really strong chart. And, you know, strong charts, strong moves. So it's in the process of doing a throwback here, right? It just broke the highs, move up, throw back to the EMA 8, retest of range highs, 210, right? Which we saw a low this week already, 215. Might be enough. I mean, 315 is our next, right? $100 like higher relatively quickly. I still think Solana could, you know, hit up on the 2618. I'd be surprised if it doesn't hit at least 500, which is still, from current prices, you know, 160%. Still not bad. But the market cap is so damn high already. Like, we're not going, in my opinion, not much higher than this. Like, if you still think like Solana is going over 1,000 or these numbers, it's not too likely in my book. But, you know, 500 to 600, I think, is still in the wheelhouse. Ethereum, I still think it hit 10K. I think Bitcoin will roughly top out around between like 150 to 175. Unless it goes over 110, like between now and January, then I think the cycle is going to be abruptly shortened, and the top is probably close in if we are above like 110 in the next 30 days. Again, we talk about all that stuff in our Patreon Telegram group on a daily basis. All right, what else we got? Oh, just scroll through the chat. If I missed your coin, just let me know. I got like a few more minutes here, and we'll be doing these every Wednesday. If you're new, every Wednesday around this same time, 12/1 Eastern time. Yeah, sorry if the chat seems slow. It's I have to do it for YouTube recommends those settings to keep the stream active for whatever reason. I had it moved up to where it was like live interaction, and there's just so many glitches and pauses. It's almost not worth it. So maybe I could try it a little bit later. But apologies if this is well delayed. I'm trying to get through all these requests. This is live, at least of Wednesday, December 4th. But let's keep it going. GFI had a good move yesterday, I think. Still up a little bit today. Goldfinch. So we're at an orange chart, probably still there. I'd probably upgrade this to green if we can get maybe above $3 or something, or this zone at least. Right, we got to get above range highs. I'd probably pick this up a little bit more. Maybe 315. This would be green up here. If we move back down, we'd want to hold that 100 EMA, 187. You know, build on these lows. Really, your coin should start to do something relatively soon if they haven't. I still don't count this as it really even starting, even though it is like up 2x. There's not any huge, these are the huge moves, right? We're waiting for these. Yeah, I mean 5x in 2 weeks is nice. So we'd like to see that, but we're looking to get above 3 first. Let's look at our short-term Fibonacci here, 18, which gets us still range highs, all-time highs territory. We got to check the market cap on here. Can we still do another 4,300%? It's done 2,000. So maybe in phase 3, if it catches fire, I would certainly count on something up in this wheelhouse though. That's still a pretty strong move, even from current prices. After it's 2x, it's still another 7-8x away from the 1618. I think that's pretty good. Like if you're not happy with your portfolio value at 7x from here, you might be disappointed. I think we'd all be doing well to do another 7x from current prices. Just my thoughts. Okay. Keep it moving. Injective. I like it. Injective was like the #1 coin from 2023 to 2024. There's like almost no coins that did this kind of move. 3,700% move in the first year of the bull cycle is very impressive. Sharp turnaround though, right? I mean, just damn, just got hammered. 75% drawdown. So the 1618, I think this is a pretty good zone. 120, 170. That's a big zone, but big moves anywhere in that area, I think is a pretty good spot to take profit. 30 still gets us another, 4 to 5.5x away from here. Still pretty high market cap. I don't know how you could really be disappointed with that. That's pretty strong. Bollinger Bands look like they're just starting to open. And as strong as it was back then, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some really tall candle here. It's like 40% plus in any given week. But like this with Render, I think this is kind of, him and Render kind of twins as far as like big moves. And why do I think the bigger move is coming? Like we're still at this zone, right? Range lows, range highs, flip to support to resistance. We're still there, but we're right there. If we could start to make a move towards 40, right, we could see another, like one of these guys, right? Just goes ballistic here for a couple weeks. Then we might be, we could very well easily be in like a month from now, we could easily be like 2x'd. So we'll watch for that, but we could easily hesitate in here for a little bit and then go again, but I wouldn't lose focus on this. I would fully expect Injective to be a triple digit coin here this cycle. Thanks, Puneet. Sharma, appreciate you being here this long. You've been following me for 4 years now. Awesome. We got 2 requests from the same person. XLM. Okay, we'll do XLM. All right. Made a breach of the 786 to range highs. Right, when XRP moves, this moves, obviously. So the significant zone it broke through is the 0.5 fib. Right, we shouldn't be seeing that again. This went on an absolute bonkers tear, right? The EMA 8 is currently just above the 618. So if we see a move down, we'd like to hold that. Or ideally, like these range highs back here, 40 cents. If we could do that, this EMA 8 is rising rapidly. So I would expect at the weekly close, even if we move down, like we're probably going to update around 40 cents. Range highs, 82 cents. Range highs from 2017, same level. It could fizzle out here again. Right? A lot of people expected higher prices back here too. And yet again, we're right back, kind of like XRP at range highs. Like let's not think that we have to go higher than this. Could we? If we do, right? Great. Just close. If we can close above $1, there's no reason to think it couldn't go up here. But this is a big if. So until I see $1 on a weekly close, and with the close, like I'm talking a blue line above here, not a wick, a closing price above $1, then I'm okay with saying like we could probably hit the 1618. But this is a major resistance zone going back just 7 years. That's all. Caspa. Let's go look at Caspa. That's like my #1 performing video. Probably should do more Caspa videos. We're going to. I'll do one this week. Like 5,000 views. I don't really get those kind of views. But yeah, Caspa. Okay, so let's look at it. Bollinger Bands. I don't know. Let's take a look here, right? A move above the 21 EMA and then holding for several weeks, right? That's great. A back test this week even and held again. So yeah, it looks like really to get us going though, we're still at resistance, right? We still haven't seen the bigger move yet. So we're looking at this zone. We've got to close above here, right? Get above 20 cents and then we'll get the bigger move. So let's look at the macro fib at 33 cents from current prices. We're right at the 618 right now. To get to the 1618, we're 2x away. 70 cents get you just over 4x away. And then you can see your higher numbers there. All right, so check the market cap as well. And also keep in mind that from the lows here, we've already done pretty spectacular. From current prices, we're still up 13x on the May 2023 lows. Pretty spectacular, but look at how long this consolidation has lasted. A year of consolidation. Major move, year-long consolidation, probably another major move. So if we did like similar moves from last time, I mean that could potentially get us up there, right? $2. That's a pretty big stretch. So we're gonna have to see what it does on the breakout. If the breakout is big, and by big I mean like that. Like here's from range highs, it went up like a pretty quick, almost 3x. So if we do that again, and maybe we shoot right to the 2618, if we did that, something crazy, like within a week or two, we're up in this, above 50 cents or something, then we can maybe look at these higher numbers. But a year-long consolidation should have a pretty significant move to the high side. So we'll have to wait and see how this responds once we get above our resistance zone. All right, we do make sure I've caught up here. I gotta run, but let me do Ondo one more time. One more request. And then we'll be back next Wednesday, or if you want more help, Patreon. private Telegram alerts group, and I would be happy to help you every day. Right? We look at all kinds of stuff every day. Ondo, I typed it in, and it's now gone again. There it is. Up 13%. Breakout, we're in price discovery mode. The next level higher is 293. The 1618. I mean, all bets are off at this point. You don't want to, who knows? In price discovery, like, what do you have to go on? Nothing. Look at the Bollinger Bands. Until that lower Bollinger Band curls in, like, up is the direction. See the W pattern? We looked at a couple today like this. I think Render was the last one, but I think Render's like in this part. Look at this follow through though. Breakout here. If we come back down, I mean, if we can close above $1.50 this week, which shouldn't be too much to ask. Further upside, next target's 293. I don't know where else to go here. Right? Let's say, what if the local top is in? Okay? Which is not likely, but when we do this, if we have a local top, right, we could take a measured move, like let's say here, and then we'll look for a target area, usually the 236. When we throw back, that's around $1.50, which is also the one right now. But we can look at that once we have if we have a consolidation, you know, altcoin wide, which is not likely. Yeah. All right. So just go back and watch the beginning of this if you want a couple tips on what I'm thinking for the rest of this cycle, what I'm watching for the next couple of weeks to see alt season, right? Let's talk about that at the beginning, and we'll do more altcoin requests on the next stream, or if you want more, right? Telegram, Patreon. Ask me questions, send me a message. I'm also on X. You can find me there, 5daycrypto1. That should all be linked below. I appreciate y'all watching this long if you have. We'll see you right back here next week or at Telegram. Peace out. Adios. Hallelujah. Merry Christmas. Where's the Tylenol?